So, the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, or FNAF, as the cool kids call it, is finally here. It's been in development for quite some time, I believe. My son's been talking about it for a long time. He's quite a fan of the games and is desperate to see this movie, but it's a 15, so he won't get to see it. Directed by Emma Tammy, who also shares a writing credit along with one or two other people. One of them is the creator of the franchise, whose name escapes me. I apologise, I'll flash it up here. Five Nights at Freddy's. It tells the story of Mike, played by the Hunger Games Josh Hutchinson? I should check these names before I do the video. Peter from the Hunger Games stars as Mike. He is a bit of a down on his luck guy, maybe late 20s, early 30s. He is looking after his younger sister. She's like maybe 10 or 12 years old. They have a bit of a traumatic past. The parents are no longer in the picture. He is in a bit of an ongoing custody battle with his aunt for custody of said sister. He's just lost his job as a security guard at the mall. He needs to find a new job ASAP because of aforementioned custody battle. So his helpful career advisor, played by Matthew Lillard of Scream fame, and maybe Scream 7 fame? I don't actually know if he's in Scream 7. That's just a complete rumour / fan request. So if Matthew Lillard ends up being in Scream 7, don't hate me. This is just me guessing. Based on, the internet. Anyway, Matthew Lillard helps... No, wait, what's his name? Yeah, Matthew Lillard. So yeah, Stu from Scream helps Peter from Hunger Games get a job. The only job available to him is as a security guard on the night shift at a place called Freddy Fazbear's. It is a abandoned, rundown, derelict, old pizzeria / arcade amusements entertainment style place from the 80s. It's dark. It's creepy. There's lots of creepy noises. There is giant animatronic anthropomorphized animals. Say that 3 times real fast.
Animatronic anthropomorphized animals. Animatronic anthropomorphized animals. Animatronic anthropomorphized animals.
Yeah, what could possibly go wrong? Well, it turns out a lot could go wrong. I won't say too much more on the plot because I don't want to give away too many spoilers. There's 1 or 2 surprise twists in there, but they're fairly well telegraphed throughout the movie. And I think even in the trailer, it's pretty obvious what, the big twist is going to be. But maybe not, so I'm not going to go into too much detail on that here. What did I think about the movie? It's okay. It's not amazing. It's not terrible. I think Peter from the Hunger Games carries the movie quite well. I don't know if this is his first ever lead. I think it's the first movie I can remember him being the lead in, and yeah, he carries it quite well as the lead of a movie. Shows quite a bit of range. It can be quite challenging at times to remain believable as an actor when you're the lead in a horror movie, and I think he does a great job doing that. As I said, quite a bit of range to play with there. He's got the dark past trauma to deal with, so I think that helps, the actors hook on to something. But yeah, he does quite a good job. The supporting cast are fairly good as well. The actress playing his sister, apologies, I didn't take a note of your name, she does quite well. Matthew Lillard isn't in it that much, but it's always nice to see him. He's always good to see. And of course, the real star of the show, Freddy and Friends. Not that Freddy, this Freddy. They're the star of the show. Problem is, I kind of felt like they weren't in it as much as I would have liked them to be. Don't get me wrong, it's not like they don't appear on screen until, 2/3 of the way through the movie. They're on screen fairly early. I just feel like we could have seen more from them. There's a 20-minute or so sequence in the middle of the movie, or maybe even longer than 20 minutes, or maybe shorter. It was away from the pizzeria, it was away from Freddy Fazbear's, and it just felt like it kind of it dragged the pace of the movie down a fair bit. And then when they got back to the main story, the pace picked up again. I just feel like maybe if they'd cut that or trimmed it down or replaced it with another, scary set piece, I think that might have fared better for the movie. The cinematography, the look is quite high end. It's a Blumhouse production. They're known for their low budget, high concept horror movies, and this kind of fits nicely into that niche. There's quite a few jump scares. There's one jump scare in particular that got me. I'm quite immune to jump scares usually. You can usually see them coming quite a lot, but this movie did properly get me with one of its jump scares, so that was good to see. I think fans of the games will like the movie because there definitely seems to be little homages and little references to the games peppered throughout the whole, security cameras and checking them before you do a thing and go and find a thing or try and escape through a vent here and there. That's from the games, and that's quite well represented in the movie. Mild spoilers here. Spoiler warning. Okay, everyone good? The timeline of this movie, they keep referencing to Freddy Fazbear's being like a popular place back in the 80s. I don't know when this movie's actually set though. I don't know when the present day of this movie is, because there's some odd things, like props-wise and like set design-wise. It looks like it's set in like the 90s or maybe the early noughties. Mike wears an old-style Casio watch, which some people do in modern-day times to be like retro. Mike also uses a landline phone. 2 different landline phones in the house. I never see him using a mobile phone. The TV in Mike's place is an old-style 4x3 TV with like a VHS DVD combi player built in, so that's like a very late 90s, early noughties thing. I thought that might be part of like the reveal at one point, but it wasn't. It was never really mentioned, so I'm either completely missing something or I'm reading it wrong, or maybe this was explained when I went for a pee and missed like a minute of the movie. But let me know in the comments if I did. When is this movie actually set? Because it doesn't look like it's set in modern day. So I'd probably go with a 6 out of 10 for Five Nights at Freddy's. Not a terrible movie, not an amazing movie. I think fans of the game will definitely like this. Couple of things worth noting. There is a mid-credits scene about a minute into the credits that's worth sticking around for. There is an end credits bit right at the very end of right at the very end of the credits. It's not an actual scene, it's just a bit of audio, but fans of the game will definitely want to stick around for that. Will there be a sequel? Will this become a franchise like the game became a franchise? Maybe. I guess it depends on how well it does. At the box office, as video game to movie adaptations go, this is like by no means a bad installment in that genre. There's certainly plenty of material they can draw from to make a sequel, but yeah, we'll see. Things like the security cameras, checking them before you go and do a thing or try and get from A to B through the air vents, hiding in the corners, things like that are like a callback to the games. So I think fans of the games will appreciate that. And if you're a fan of this video, you know what to do. Thank you. Did I miss something about the timeline of when this movie takes place? Let me know in the comments below, because I'm convinced I've missed something when it comes to that. But yeah, that's us folks. Thanks very much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.